Hey guys, this is Vanessa from the Pudgy Rabbit, and today I'm going to show you how to make these super cute tiny boo buckets. The lid does come off and you can fit a small piece of candy inside, and since they're small, they work up quickly and make for a great afternoon project. So don't forget to like and save this video so you can make your own. So here's the materials you'll be needing today. We have some worsted weight yarn in black, orange, dark green, light green, and white. You'll also need a 4mm crochet hook, some black felt, a stitch marker, some fabric glue, and this is optional, but I highly recommend getting some fray check for when you do the faces. I'll have this all listed in the description below, so let's get started. So starting with the bucket bottom, for round 1 we're going to chain 2, then single crochet 6 in the second chain from the hook for a total of 6 stitches at the end. So that's my first chain, and there's the second chain from the hook. So I'm going to work my 6 single crochets. Since I'm doing the pumpkin bucket, I'm going to start with orange yarn. If you're doing the witch, you can start with light green yarn, and if you're doing the ghost, you'll start with white. Finishing up the last stitch, and that's round 1. For round 2, we're going to single crochet 2 in each stitch of the round for a total of 12 stitches at the end. And that's round 2. For round 3, we're going to single crochet 1, then increase 1, repeat this set 6 times for 18 stitches. And that's round 3. For round 4, we're going to work in just the back loops, and we're going to single crochet in each stitch for a total of 18 stitches at the end. So the back loops are the loops that are further away from you as you're working, so that's the front loop and that's the back loop. I'm going to insert my hook into the top of the stitch in between the V, bring it up just behind that back loop, work my first single crochet, and then I'm going to continue inserting my hook into just the back loop and then working a single crochet in each stitch. And that's round 4. You can see the sides of the bucket are starting to take shape. Now for rounds 5 to 6, we're going to single crochet in each stitch of the round for 18 stitches at the end. Finishing up the last stitch. Now I'm going to fasten off my yarn, so I'm going to remove my stitch marker and then trim off a pretty long tail. I'm going to pull that tail all the way through that last stitch, pull tight. Now my yarn's fastened off, and I'm going to grab a stitch marker, not a stitch marker, a yarn needle, and I'm going to weave that tail all the way back down the side of the bucket to the center of the bottom of the bucket. If you don't have a yarn needle, you can just use your hook to weave the yarn in and out of the stitches. Once I've woven my tail all the way down to the bottom of the bucket, I'm just going to knot it together with the tail from the beginning of the bucket and trim the ends off. And there's my bucket bottom. Now for the lid. For round 1, we're going to chain 2, then single crochet 6 in the second chain from the hook for a total of 6 stitches at the end. Again, since I'm doing the pumpkin, I'm starting with orange yarn, but if you're doing the witch, you'll start with black yarn for the lid, and then for the ghost, you'll use white. And that's round 1. For round 2, we're going to single crochet 2 in each stitch of the round for 12 stitches at the end. Sometimes that first stitch is a little bit too tight and I have difficulty getting my hook in there, so when that happens, I just like to grab my yarn needle and stick it in there to make a little bit of extra space for my hook. And that's round 2. For round 3, we're going to single crochet 1, then increase 1, repeat this set 6 times for 18 stitches. And that's round 3. For round 4, we're going to single crochet 2, then increase 1, repeat this set 6 times for 24 stitches at the end. Finishing up the last stitch, and that's round 4. For round 5, we're going to single crochet 4, then decrease 1, repeat this set 4 times for 20 stitches at the end. finishing up my last decrease, and now I'm ready to fasten off my yarn. So just removing my stitch marker, I'm going to insert my hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through that last stitch, and then I'm going to trim off a pretty long tail, and then I'm going to pull that tail all the way through, pull tight, and now I'm going to get my yarn needle and then weave that tail back towards the center of the lid. And when I get to the center, I'm just going to knot it off with the tail from the beginning of the lid. If you don't have a yarn needle, you can always use your hook to weave the tail in. And there's the finished lid. I'm just going to use my fingers to help shape it a little bit and roll the edge of the lid in where I made my decreases, and this will just help the lid fit onto the bucket bottom a little bit better. And now we're ready to make the stem. So for the bucket stem, we're going to chain 3, then insert our hook into the second chain from the hook and single crochet 2 down the chain. When I make my slip knot, I'm going to leave a little bit of a longer tail since this is what we'll use to tie the stem onto the lid. And for the pumpkin, I'm going to be using some dark green yarn. If you're doing the witch, you'll use black yarn, and if you're doing the ghost, you'll use white. Here's my 3 chains. That's the first chain, and that's the second chain from the hook. So I'm going to insert my hook and then start doing my single crochets. So I'm going to trim off a pretty long tail and then pull it all the way through that last stitch. And there's my bucket stem. And now I'm going to take those 2 tails and use them to tie it to the center of the lid. And that's the finished bucket stem. Now for the handle, starting with black yarn, I've made a slip knot with a long tail, and I'm going to chain 10, and then I'm going to fasten off my yarn with leaving another long tail, and then I'll attach it onto the sides of the lid. So trimming off a long tail, going to pull it through that last chain. So there's my chain of 10, and now I'm going to use my hook and then pull those tails through either side of the lid and then knot them together on the underside. Now I'm going to fit it onto my bucket. Sometimes my stitches are a little bit tight on the lid, and this can make it hard to get it to fit onto the bucket correctly, but if that happens, all you have to do is just stretch your stitches out slightly and reshape the lid a little bit, and it should fit on top perfectly. Now we're ready to add our face. So I have my black felt here, and I'm just going to cut my face shapes out and then glue them onto the bucket. Since the eyes and mouth are so small, I normally freehand this part, but I have included a face template along with the full pattern PDF that you can download on my blog, and I'll have this linked in my description below. Another option for the face is to use some black fabric paint, or you can also embroider them on using some black yarn, whichever works best for you. If you're using felt, I highly recommend applying some fray check to the edges, and this will help them stay crisp and prevent your felt from falling apart. And here's my eyes and mouth, and now I'm just going to glue them on. Whenever I'm working with pieces this tiny, I find it helpful to have a pair of tweezers, and I use something like a toothpick to help me apply the glue. And here's my finished boot bucket. It's so cute, and I really love this pattern. They're so much fun to make, and I hope you guys try it out. I hope you guys enjoy this pattern as much as I do, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun crochet tutorials. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.